Hello everybody, welcome to the show. I'm SM Sith Lord and this is twitch.tv/Somnium Space. Every week I come and give you a 2-hour live stream here where I do 2-hour build sessions on sometimes small buildings, sometimes large buildings. And sometimes 2 hours isn't enough and I do multiple sessions on each one of those parcels. Today is something a little bit different though. Today is actually the start of something much bigger. Before, it was always either a small or a medium or extra large parcel, but right now, I'm breaking ground on this 12 parcel estate here. If you can see these green lines along the edges there. All of these parcels are clustered together, and because they're in this cluster called an estate, eventually these walls in between them, the space in between these parcels, are going to be knocked down, and you'll be able to build and connect all these different components, all these different facilities that are going to be in this estate, and make it one gigantic massive build. And that's an important thing because it's kind of like having a monopoly. If you're playing Monopoly, you know how when you have stuff that's next to each other, then you could start developing it and build houses and hotels. We're going to be building all kinds of stuff on this estate, science centers, rocket launch facilities, and stuff like that. And that's actually what we're starting with right now. This is the rocket launch facility and rocket and engineering facility, I think is what I said in the tweet. And it's going to have the rocket launch pad right here, and on the inside it's going to have something similar to a warehouse. It'll have all kinds of engineering stuff in there. You'll walk straight through it, out this side into more facilities in this estate. So that's the idea of it. This is the building that connects to the road. You walk right along the road, and then you walk through this building all the way through into the rest of the estate. This is kind of like the gateway to some other stuff. Now, maybe there'll be more points of entry on these other parcels eventually, but this is where we're starting. Now, I tweeted out a mood board type thing. Let me open it up here. And this is some stuff, a few different buildings and concepts that I'll be basing my build off of. They'll be inspired by this, such as the big aircraft hangar, and it's kind of like this shelf right here, but it's going to have the rocket, so you can see right there sitting on it. And this right here is going to be on the other side of the building. So on this side right here that we're looking at, that's going to have some windows and some more stuff down here just to let some light in, especially on the inside. And that pretty much describes the structure here. Now, this is day one. The first thing I do is I got to go in here and I have to block everything out, put doors everywhere, make sure everything's the right size, like I've started to do here. And after the external structure is all figured out, then I add floors in and figure out how the rooms are going to look on the inside and make sure everything flows together. It's well use of the space, because if you just build a replica of a real life floor plan, it's not going to work the best in the metaverse like this, because we're not restricted to the same kind of rules. So I just put a spaceship on top of, a rocket on top of like an office building. Pretty much it's going to be down there, and that's okay because it's not going to cave the roof in. However, on that point, it's really nice to add things like cables and realistic support structures mixed in with the otherworldly kind of fantasy architecture, so everything is based in reality but is not quite reality. And furthermore, on that point, we're going to be adding lots of neon and stuff, even though it's not shown in this diagram or in this mood board. It's going to be like these buildings, but lit up like you're in the future Cyberpunk, if Cyberpunk was a complete success that everybody was hyping it up to be. I like that game, by the way. It's not a bad game. I haven't beaten it yet, but that's besides the point. Let's get back to the build and start sizing everything out. We're going to want a foundation. And we can't raise the building up too much more. I want to build a cool room underneath where the rocket is. I'm going to have to look what the starship has for thrusters down there, because I want to put some smoke effects coming out of the thrusters with a GIF or something like that. So I think right now I'll get these windows on this side on there and get the external shape of everything good, and then I'll hollow out the building and think about the inside. Right, up a little bit. This will work out well. Do I want it to be right there? I don't know. Maybe I want it to be down a little bit, actually. Maybe I want the whole thing to be down a little bit. Be pretty dang cool. However, there's not much room if I lower it too much. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good amount of room. We're good. Make this the roof.
Very much alike. Remember all the happy times we had.
Looking pretty good. Already hollow too. Cool.
Very much alike.
Don't want it to look too much like a barn though. So let's make sure that doesn't happen.
All right. I'll tell you the truth.
Save. Okay. So we're going with these windows along the side here. That's what that slanted wall was about. Instead of having 3 different compartments, I was thinking of not having 3 different compartments. However, it's not too late to change my mind on that. maybe I'll make that decision later. I won't make that decision right now. We'll see how the rest of the things come together. And for now, I'll put a placeholder window object like this. I'm just going to use solid colors right now because I'm not haven't determined what textures and stuff to use on it. I'm just doing the base structures. Let me go around clicking on all this stuff. All right. I like having open roofs. However, this is almost an open roof. It has a whole bunch of windows in it. And that lets all of the natural light in, so it looks real good on the inside at various times of the day, and you have really nice shadows that crawl across the interiors when you do lots of open roofs. Now, I want to put more glass on this building. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because this is a future hangar. So let's put on some more glass. It's based on reality, but it's better than reality. I want some kind of light coming in there because in my mind I picture all the light flooding through those windows, and on the inside it's gonna look nice. The ceiling, I don't think I want to add any windows to because that's a nice, good, solid shape. Okay. Let's add some of these details to the outside of the building that are going to make the outside of the building really come to life. And after that, I could put more of these doors around there and start thinking more about the inside and maybe even hollow out this big hangar area because that's going to be empty. I already know you'll be able to walk and see all the way down it. And I need to think about the foundation for this building, which I believe I'm going to put in right now. I can't make the spaceship any taller at all. So I got to deselect the spaceship. Move this up just a little bit. So that the hangar kind of a tight fit here, I think. It can't be this big, I gotta shrink it down. All right, it's a good thing I saw that now. So let's make the foundation and then we'll shrink everything down to fit on the foundation. And because there's a hill here, we need to make sure there's enough room to walk from the road up some steps or a ramp to where you need to go as a visitor. How's that? That looks good. Okay, so we got to squash it down a little bit. How much is the question? Potentially a lot. This is a big hill. Let me think this through here. Alternatives to squashing it down. You move the floor down lower and make these walls thicker for you when you walk in. How's that gonna work? Might work. Okay, we're gonna have to hollow out this building sooner rather than later just to make sure that all of this is going to work on this hill. No, I was talking about how this is going to be fantasy architecture and just based in reality where, well, we got slapped in the face with some reality right there, with some physical spatial reality, because this is on a hill and we got to make this able to walk into there. So maybe we're going to have to adjust this a little bit, put some steps in the front. Oh, I just thought of a really cool way that we could put steps in the front. Yeah, let's squash the building down. I like that idea. It just popped in my head better than anything else that was popping through my head. I'll shrink this down to that much. That way we can have a little bit of a, okay. And it'll be the same for this. Same for this. No biggie. These things are too big anyways. And I think if I put a people ramp in the front, it's going to be pretty dang cool. Get people where they need to go. And if you were to move an actual machinery out of there or a rocket or something, you'd have to put some ramps in. However, if it's just people, they can have an entrance like I'm going to make in just a second. So let me get this where it needs to go. That's good. This where it needs to go. That's good. Need to build a frame around the door, same color as this one. And too big. Cool. Both of these doors don't need to be open. However, I can figure out what I'm going to do with these doors later. Now this is kind of like the ramp to get to the door. I'll put some handrails out front. Glass ones look cool. Cool, that's what I wanted. Now let's clone this thing real easily and get this visualization going. There it is. And then right here, there's no real reason for anybody to walk out here. Over here, we probably want the door to be on this side, with the door that's closer to where you're entering being the open door of the hangar. And maybe right here, I'll even put some trees for now. Maybe some abstract art later. Alright. The coloring! Now I'm seeing red on one of these mock-ups, one of these concepts. I'm seeing the blue of the SpaceX, some grays, vanillas, and the big old silver things. So let's get some of that red on there and see where that takes us. How's the hollowing out of this thing doing? Pretty good. Woof. Looking good. Nice, nice. Even though I'm doing a 3-hour session today, which is an hour more than the normal 2-hour session, this is such a major building here, I don't know if I'm going to get to the actual texturing and stuff. Right now, it's more about the structural stuff, getting all the rooms in there. I mean, you saw how the basic door that's just 2 different shapes, it turns into this cool door that you can actually walk in there, and if we wanted to, we could slide it open or swing it open a little bit like that. Like this. Whatever we want to do. But right now, it's all about turning that blocked out detail into 3D, hollowed out detail. At least for this big building, and from there, maybe some redesigns for how the side buildings are going to look, but this is the first step because this building you walk through is the main thing going on here. And we need to figure out where we're going to put a screen in here, a stage, and some other functional stuff, so it's not just a visual thing, but in addition to not being a visual thing, it will be a visual thing in 2 ways. One, it has to set the skyline, has to impact the skyline, such as it is, and it needs the neon in it, like I mentioned before. But in addition to setting the skyline and having the neon, it has to be functional and have all kinds of cool stuff on the inside to do. Oh yeah, it's going to have a kind of like a science fair. Think of a science fair where there's display stands talking about science stuff that you walk around like in an auditorium or a gym. That's what's going to be going on inside of the engineering center here. Plus a screen. Okay, so let's get this moved over to the other side. Everything's looking good here. How's the scale looking for the thickness of these walls? I base all that around the regular door. Here's what a regular door looks like. Pretty good. This is about a 3-story, 2.5-story building here. 2-story building. You can fit large pieces of machinery through there. So we're looking good. Up here though, am I going to have enough room for meaningful stuff? Yeah. Yeah, that's still a good 1-story building over there. I'm not going to actually have doors at all these places. I'm just making sure that there's enough height to put rooms on the inside. Cool. All right, let's clone this. Yeah, for now I could clone this over to the other side, and then after this improves, I could just clone the new version over. Not a big deal. Hangar doors actually do have little doors in the middle of the big doors. That would be interesting to add. Maybe we'll do that. That'd be an extra that if we have the parcel credits. A secret party place. Absolutely. And some neon. This place needs to be spiced up a bit. Let's get the structure in there, and then I'll start, actually right now I'll start thinking of where the neon's gonna go on this thing. And where that secret party place is gonna go on the inside here. Maybe not too secret. Oh, underneath the thrusters. That's where the party happens. So I'm gonna cut a hole at the top right here, and inside this building will be a pretty major party place where you party underneath the thruster. And I can't help but think, ever since I heard of this rocket thing earlier, the movie Moonraker, there's a meeting room underneath their thruster of their rocket ship, and it has a round table in it. But it's just so cool that they hang out there in the danger zone. Because where else do you want to party? You want to party in the danger zone. It's got to be exciting. You need those thrills. Okay. We want to get up to this area up here. And let me see how this is going to work out when we rotate this. How about perfectly? So when I rotate this at the end, I won't do it in the beginning. Will I? No, I don't think so. This is going to be the party deck. It just worked out. 2-story party deck. Okay. But you need to be able to get on the roof some way or another. So, now that we got this structure kind of hollowed out here, let's start thinking about how this is going to go. But let me click save, get some more of these details on the exterior of the building. Make it kind of visualize the attack here. And finally get some color into this thing in just a second. It's pretty gray and milk-shaped white right now. Okay, this is gonna start looking cool pretty soon, I think. Let's add some lights in here. I think I'm going to build a little utility tower near here somewhere to put this light up higher than just on the ceiling here, the roof, because I don't think the roof is high enough. I don't know, maybe it is. But I would rather this thing be a little bit higher than it is right now. Just put it right there for now. Good. Maybe it's a little bit too intense. Maybe not. Okay. How's the clearance up here? Let's put one of these doors up on the roof. Make sure that this is big enough to have a door. It is. Cool. This looks like the party space to me, actually, up here. So maybe we'll do not a party space underneath the rocket, the exhaust. Maybe we'll do a meeting room, just like in the James Bond movie. The colors at night are looking pretty good. So let's keep on rolling here. 42 minutes into it, still have an hour or 2 hours and 20 to go for this session. So let's get more of the structure blocked out. Maybe add a few more details along this ribbon of glow here as well. Let's see here, edit with photo impact. I'm going to make something happen here. Do some image editing. That's not right. I wanted it to be different than that. Here we go. Right. Say this is SpaceX logo thing, so I can post it on the wall here. And now I have the URL that I wanted. Media, GIF. And GIFs are full bright, so they'll light up even at nighttime. Now this is inspired by the SpaceX Starship. However, maybe it's going to be replaced with a different name, a different facility center or something when we get that figured out. So maybe this image there will just be a placeholder But that's the idea. That's the inspiration. So I'm going to throw that there for right now. And there needs to be something there, even if it's not going to be that logo. So get it there to make it look good. Placeholder, perhaps. I'm going to put one on the other side, and when I look at the reference pictures, there were some over here. It was on the side as well. Okay, looking pretty good. Things are coming together. The blue and the red next to each other actually looks a lot better than I would have expected it to look. Let's continue on, and what's next? I'm looking at my reference here. Some pillars for this thing. Sounds good to me. That would look good here. Let's do that. Some more structural things. Yeah, that's lame. These things are going to need something. Let's make them cool. Hey, nice. Rocket ship mural somewhere. We need a screen somewhere. Let's get a video in here. Let's get space. What is this? Starship. Looking for the perfect video to put in the hangar. I think I'm going to put it over here. Well, this looks pretty awesome. I'll put this in there for now. And this will be a video. Hey, and look how much it lights up the inside of there. That's great. And that's a dark video too. A brighter video would light it up even more. Looking sharp. And then we need some way to go upstairs to go through this door. And then some way to remain downstairs to go through these other doors, which are other areas right here and right here. All right, things are coming together. Things are coming together. Let's keep on blocking out the floors and doors and the pathways here as this building takes shape, and adding in a little flair here and there, which is important. Even though we're just doing the structural stuff right now, you gotta have stuff like the gifts and the lights and the neons in there at least a little bit at this phase, so you get a good idea of how things are going to be coming together later. Okay, this cool wall tilted, I like that. Let me put something blue behind it. Sure. And we need some more neon. Couple opportunities for it. I always try to turn one neon into many neons. Let's see if I can make that happen here. By positioning this right where I want it. That's not right where I want it. I want it down here. All right. And we'll rotate it like so. And stretch it out to there. I think halfway will be good. Okay, now to make it not look like one big blue block. What? Oh, okay, because that's at an angle. Now it looks a little weird, but that's okay. We're going to make it look not so weird, I think. That one's not going to look less weird unless we do something with it here. Okay, so we'll get this thing to go right there. That should do it. Oh, here we go. That should do it. Almost. Almost! I don't want this edge to be sticking through there. What's going on there? Okay, I just make this smaller. Okay. Now that doesn't look too bad. I like it. Maybe I want that even bigger. Too big. Okay, almost ready to get interesting here. This neon thing I've been building. There we go. All right. I just realized something. For a 3-hour build stream, my coffee is not properly rationed. I already ran out of coffee. How am I going to go another 2 hours? I think I'll manage. Okay, so let's get the pathway to get upstairs in. And then let's hollow out this building here. Then after we do those things, we'll have most of the areas hollowed out. I'll look at hollowing out this side also. And as soon as the areas are hollowed out, that's when we take a serious look at how far we are along in the parcel credits, and then make our detail passes after that. So, first of all, party zone up here. Let's get a GIF up there. If it doesn't have an animated GIF dance floor, it's not a party zone. And there's no parking. I should put a no parking sign up there. No parking on the dance floor. Let's grab this one for right now. Yeah. That's not a good image. We're going to be replacing that image, but I just need something here so I can start thinking of this party area. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, we have to make more gifts also, because we could put some gifts on the outside of the building, which look pretty dang cool. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Maybe that'll stay red, maybe that'll turn blue. Who knows what the future holds? Keep pressing forward for now. Who knows what texture these walls will hold? But let's focus on getting the structure in here for this first session. You know, we're only an hour and 10 minutes into it, and there's a lot of this structure already materializing. That's a good thing. Let's figure out if this is going to be an elevator or something else that takes you up to the party floor. I think it might be neat if it's stairs and not an elevator, so let's experiment with that. Maybe not stairs, but a ramp with platforms. So let's give it a shot. Kind of want to have a ridiculous elevator taking you up to this place. I don't know why I'm getting this urge to make the ridiculous elevator. And actually, I do know why. It's because if you're boarding the spaceship on top, you would be taking an elevator going all the way up here, and then you'd be boarding up here where you sit, usually. I'll have to watch this video to know if that's where people sit in this spaceship. They might sit everywhere. But, so I want to have a ramp, like stairs, that takes you to this platform, and then this platform has an elevator that takes you up to this platform area, this level, and then there's the door right there. I think that would look really cool, and it would look very hangar-like, and walking in front of the screen I think is going to be cool as long as you don't have to do it too much. So let's block this out a little bit more, see how it'll look. Okay, and from there, maybe that's a little bit too big. Okay, there's the elevator from the ramp taking you up to the thing. I'm liking it. As long as it's going to look good up on the top. So let's make it look good up on the top. All blue, it looks like. Here's a blue one up here. Okay, let's rotate it, put it where I want it. That looks like a cool place to stand even if you're not using the elevator. Hell yeah. Okay. Now, you walk up there, you get on the elevator's gonna take you up to the next platform, which has to be equally as cool because that's what's gonna be connected to the door. I think we need to carve out this door. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna carve out this whole block right there, I think. So let's click save and get to clicking on this thing. this needs to be shrunk down some. Okay, now before I get much further, I need to make the double door jamb. Double door jamb, here we go. There's this thing, and then we're gonna clone this. Because we don't want a single door. Single doors are cool, but we want something big enough for people to walk through while they're holding hands, prancing down the road. Double wide. Like so. Okay, and then we need to build the door jamb with this. There's some big walls. You know what they say about big walls? They got big door jambs. So, I don't know. Maybe this wall is too thick. We'll see. We'll see. Let me just go with what we got right now and then test it out. All right. Now how about the top of this door jamb? Hey, hey, hey. Mostly looking good. I don't like how the lighting looks when it's pitch black at night up there, but when it's not pitch black, maybe it's not so bad. You can see out. I want to put a light up there. I don't know if it's worth putting another light up there. We're going to be building a lot of stuff, so I want to save parcel credits. But this is looking good. Let's get this elevator plugged in. Then we have our door, and we're moving right along. Well, I can't move that, so if I'm going to center this thing, I'm centering it right here with this thing. Like so. And this will have to be just slightly bigger. looking good. Oh, oh, no, actually not looking good. Now we're looking good. Don't fall off the elevator. Hey. Good. More up here. There we go. 2 more rails, then I could bore this hole, and after I do that, then we're good.
It's not exactly clear whether they even truly exist.
We're pretty good with the elevator, and I could start thinking of a different area to work on.
If they do, if one day physics finds a use for them, that's great. But if not, that's great too. That would mean that we have, with this brain,
Okay,
If one day physics
now this
finds a
hole,
use for them,
which should almost perfectly fit this thing down there.
that's great too.
So to make sure that it does, we're going to clone this thing and make it now the thing up here. Let's frame it. All right. So we're looking good here. We are an hour 40 minutes into it. That's okay. We have a bonus hour for today's stream. And we're just trying to get the basic structure of things in here. We have the hangar that you walk all the way through, looking sharp. We have the foundation looking sharp for this part of the building. Hollowed out hangar. We have the cool ramp going up to the elevator, which kind of doubles as an MC stage for you to stand up there and tell people what's coming up next. But if you do take the elevator up to the party deck, there's a party deck. They'll have some speakers and maybe another stage or something like that. We got a video going on. Inside of this hangar, we're also going to have the science fair area. And I don't know what's going to be in this area yet. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe more stages, meeting areas, a big old meeting table or something like that. That would be cool, actually, because here's the rocket, and underneath it will be the exhaust. Now, speaking of the rocket, I need to keep that in mind. I need to keep 100 parcel credits open to deck out this rocket to make it look really cool. Talking about lights, more of these searchlights. Talking about neons and just more shapes in general, wherever the higher detail is needed, because the rocket is definitely the focal point, as you can see. But I think right now, the next step is to hollow out the rest of this building. When I go inside of it, you see how there's not really anything in here. And this is going to include multiple levels, and this is cool, because when there's going to be another level of floor up here, that means that there'll be some stairs and stuff like that, and it's going to be interesting, not a big flat room. The hangar is, I guess, technically a big flat room, but it's going to have stuff in it. This one, we're going to have to be a little bit more creative. We are indeed, because this is a steep hill that's right here. So let's do that. Let me click save, and let's get to making the new floor level for the other side of this building. That big. That's what we want, right? Yeah, that's what we want. And it almost works, except for that little bit right there, but maybe I can do something about that little bit. short of just moving this out. If I move that out, that eats into the space a whole lot. We don't want to do that. There we go. Okay, and we'll still need some stairs somewhere. But we're looking good. Actually, maybe this is all wrong in my head and it should be a little bit different. Okay, how are these stairs gonna look? Oh, no, still not fitting. Let's make this fit. Now we fit. Okay, so I don't think there's going to be a door other than the one up there that connects the hangar to the room behind it. Because I want a door right here. This is not going to come out this far. But it will on the other side. Maybe I'll put a window on this side. Yeah, that would be a good place for a window, actually. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. This has this door over here, and we'll have some stairs there. Maybe that's not good either. I need to bore this hole in the ceiling so we can have a view of that. Because that's going to be awesome, man. You're going to have to walk around it or something. It's It's going to be interesting. I wonder how easy it would be to actually make a hole in there. Maybe if it wasn't a circle, but it was more like a hexagon. Yeah, I could do that. I've done that before. Okay, let's get this hallway in here and these stairs and then figure out how the interior of this part of the building is going to go because it's coming together now as well. I am just eyeballing these stairs. They'll probably need to be adjusted. Best way to make stairs is to make a ramp so you have that consistent slope and then set all your stairs up against that. That way you know that all stairs are uniform size and they're not stairs for ants or stairs for giants. So that's why I'm saying I'll likely have to come back here and adjust the number of stairs here, doing what I just described. So these can be perfect walkable stairs. But for now, they're more like placeholder stairs until I go in there and start doing the next detail pass. So I'll eyeball it. This is looking good, except for that little guy right there. I don't like that little guy. What can we do here about that little guy, huh? Come on now, fellas. Here we go. That'll do it. That is a nice and wide hallway, much wider than 2 doors. It's like 4 doors, so it's not going to feel cramped. And beyond not feeling cramped, it's going to be tying in real nice with the stuff around it. So let's make it enterable after I nail down exactly where the entrances are going to be. I don't want to move them after. Got this thing right here, and maybe we'll even just go with the door instead of a double door. Although, we'll probably go with the double door instead. No good. We want this centered right here. It's more like it. That's our door. Looking good. Not going to be a door up here, but there will be windows. Maybe we'll spawn some of those windows in right now. Furniture? Windows. Future windows, I think. I like future windows. We'll see if that sticks. Okay, this room is pretty well hollowed out. Let me get the exit door over there. Once the exit door is over there, things will be looking good. It kind of seems like that should be how it works. That way you can, that's where you get in. You walk up right there. Yeah, okay. Let's hollow out this door, or this building here, and then try to knock down the roof. Looking good. Let's move it down a little bit. Do we need to move it down? I think I'll just scale it down a little bit. Now we're good. All right. Almost there. Let's see here, 2 more walls to make. Then I can start deleting walls and making more walls. But soon enough, this is going to be a hollowed out room. Almost there. Looking good. Almost done hollowing this out. How are we doing on time? 2 hours into it. Tearing into the bonus hour here. Usually I just do 2-hour streams on Fridays. It's Friday morning for me, by the way. But today, since this is such a major, gigantic estate here, I'm going to go 3 hours and probably 3 hours for the next couple weeks also. In addition to the work in between those build sessions, the live stream sessions, just to get this thing finished up and be prepared to build whatever's next on these adjacent parcels. But we're still focusing on getting the structure done today here. Been going at it 2 hours. It's coming together real well. As soon as I get this room right here hollowed out, this room right here hollowed out, then maybe I'll do a few more details there, work on tearing a hole in the roof, but the last major part is hollowing out this part here to be something, and then the real estate is the walkable space is all kind of laid in stone there, and I can focus on detailing. So this whole process, I'm keeping an eye on my parcel credits down here to make sure that there's enough parcel credits left over for me to do the detailing that I want when I get to that phase. good. Will you come out and just pop out at the right level? Come on now. Why doesn't this polygon know what I want it to do? Freaking polygon. All right. We have doors. On this side of the building, at least. Now we need some doors on the other side of the building. Then we could think of walls and we'll have like a whole structure going on. That's how that works. Come on now, line up for me. This polygon's acting up again.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate.
That's where I want it to snap to.
It's a thing about making it feel right.
It's blocked. All right, what's the next best place I can snap to? Let's see. I guess it's not too important to snap perfectly, because this is just a corner piece anyways. Perfect. Looking good. Click save there. We have windows. Oh, no, that's not right. They're missing a chunk of my wall here.
You know, take out, if it's an accident, that's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You know, you want those.
better.
It's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
Right. Kept my angled piece right there, just like I wanted. Got my wall built. I think we're looking good. All right. In there, I'm probably going to need a light. At least one light for this whole area.
It's not about getting all the errors out. It's about getting it to feel right.
Pretty good. Like that. Okay, so we go in here, we got doors. This doesn't need to be there, even though it would be really cool to have a little door in the big door, just like a real hangar. We have stairs. Let's put some walls in here, I think. Or at least one of these things.
You know, take out, if it's an accident that's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You know, you want those.
I'm going to look for a GIF or a space mural. Put on the wall here. Space mural sounds like a cool keyword. What's wrong with my internet? Oh no, my internet. What's going on? Maybe it's because I searched Giphy. 1 second, let me see. Do I have downloads going or something? No. Alright, I'm experiencing a little bit of internet connectivity issues there. I apologize for that. I'm going to keep on chugging away here and put the stuff on the wall. Keep clicking on things. Hopefully my internet sorts itself out. It looks like it already has. Okay, so where was I? I was searching for space murals. That's a cool one. I want it to be full bright, so I'm going to save it as a GIF. My internet, man. It is having some issues right now. All right, looking good, looking good. Okay, now we're rounding the corner to 40 minutes left in the stream. I think I'm going to spend those 40 minutes not hollowing out this thing right here, which I will do later, but I think I'm going to spend it making the shuttle look better for the time being, and here's why. Let me center this up. I want it to look good in between now and it being finished. And to make it look good in between now and it being finished, it has to have a little extra elbow grease in it now rather than later. So even though I'm going to come back and add far more detail to this rocket, I want to get something. I want to make it look a little bit better than it does now. So it's not an eyesore until it's finished. You know, when it's constant construction happening next door to you all day long, and it's a building that's half made and ugly looking. We don't want it to be ugly looking. We want it to be awesome looking the entire time. So let's put some metal panels on here. Is that them? That might be them. That might be the metal panels. No, these are the metal panels. I'll put this one up here. Okay, I'll put this silver on it. And these metal materials I'm putting on it, hopefully these are the ones with the shaders. I need to get in and test it in World to see if these are the ones with the shaders. But we want the ones with the shaders. We want it to look real nice and flashy. Shiny, in particular. Shiny and chrome. Just like the real thing. If you didn't see the mood board here, the real thing, the real starship is super shiny. Kind of looks like a silo. But the main thing is, it's shiny. What other details can we throw onto that thing? Well, hey, there's a few more details on the building itself I wanted to get on there. Okay. You know how I said that this rocket sitting up there isn't going to cave in the roof? I'm worried about it caving in the roof. I was wrong earlier. That thing is going to... It doesn't matter that we're in the metaverse. That thing is caving in this roof because this roof is not strong enough to support that. So, let's put some more supports in there. We need some kind of support up here, I think. How's that? That's cool, but they don't need to be scaled so big anymore. We'll want something like this here. Now, if I wanted to bore a hole in that thing, I would have to think really hard about how to go about doing that the best way and most optimal way possible. And it's not that hard. I think that I'm going to do it. I think. And then we have a hole here with the rocket boosters. Let's see what the thrusters would look like. And also, I need to see what the thrusters look like on the starship. Ooh, nice. Okay. Put my camera in the wall so I could get the view that I need to get the snap that I need. Okay. We have a giant hole cut into the ceiling. That's the first thing we wanted, but it's not quite the way that we wanted it. So let's work on making it better. Cool. All right. Get some more of these in there. By the way, you probably wouldn't want to follow this design if you're actually trying to launch a rocket. But if you're trying to kill James Bond with the rocket thrust, this is perfect. Just put your little torture device chair down there underneath the boosters, and you're good to go. see if Giphy has anything for Steam. Lots of coffee Steam. This is the coolest Steam I'm seeing so far. What else do we got? Should search for smoke or something. Oh shit. Oh snap. Let's put that one in there. Oh, look at this one. What? Okay, this might look pretty cool. We'll just throw one of these in there and see how it goes. I think we're gonna go with this one and see if James Bond can survive this. Don't know how cool this is gonna look. I might change it later. But you won't know until you try it. I like it. I like it. It's not going to look right from all angles, but I'm going to leave it in there for now because that's exactly what happened to James Bond. The rocket's taken off. What are you going to do besides get roasted by the exhaust? How weird does it look at night? It doesn't look too weird at night. It looks like it's blasting off at night too. Alright. We'll roll with that for right now. Don't know if the evil table there is going to remain. Alright, how are we looking? We're looking at 11:40 right now. We got about 20 minutes to either hollow out this building on the this shape on the left, or start detailing the inside with the science fair. I think option A. I'm going to hollow out this thing over here because detailing should be the next pass. I know we have a very low level of detail on everything right now. This part over here pretty much doesn't exist level of detail, so let's fix that. And I like to get a consistent level of detail throughout the entire map, through all phases, and it's important no matter what game, what engine, whatever you're building for. But in particular, it's important for Somnium because you got to be keeping your eye on those parcel credits. You don't have unlimited power. You can only spawn so many things on your parcel, and that's what being optimized and all that is about. So let's hollow out this thing. Doesn't mess up. Squash it in. center it up, kind of, or snap it in. And then this guy is here. Squash it down. Hey, nice. Everything's looking pretty wonderful here. Mostly, what's this crack about? I don't want any cracks. No cracks, please. Thank you. No cracks on this side either. All right, I think we should add some windows in here. And then we'll have the basic structure down. First glass that I'm adding to the entire build right now. All right. There was one more layer of glass that I wanted. Let's try to get that in. All right. Got the basic structures in. That looks like a good place for a stage. We'll see where the stage goes. There's definitely going to be a stage somewhere. There's always a stage. We're going to have the party area, the stage, and the gallery. And the gallery will also be in here. So I think it's going to be the gallery in the hangar right here. And then over here will be some kind of event stage with maybe another screen on it. We have a video rolling over here, but we do have the parcel credits left to get a little awesome in the detailing here. There's only 9 minutes in the stream today, so I'm going to be working on this over the weekend, and since this is such a major part of such a major build, I'll probably be working on it all the way through to the next Friday stream. Perhaps. We'll see how it looks come Monday or Tuesday. But definitely going to be some more going into this, and we're only at 514 parcel credits, and I haven't even gone through to optimize everything yet, so lots of room there. Let's get the SpaceX thing on the other side, kind of balance these details out to the other side with the rails and everything. These last 8 or so minutes of this session. And another good thing about not doing it all in one session and taking a break is you build something, especially when you're just getting the structure in and stuff like I'm doing right now. And you're so wrapped up in what you're doing there that you don't want to make, you want to look at it with fresh eyes when you come back and make some decisions about how to detail it. So don't go straight into the detailing phase. Even if you're doing it all in one day, don't go straight from blocking it out straight into detail phase. Block it out, then take a break, do something different. And when you come back, you're going to look, everything's going to look a little bit different to you because you don't have your head, you know, head to the grindstone making everything happen. Just take a break, come back, you'll have fresh eyes. You know, in the metaphorical senses, things will look different than they did before, and certain things will just jump out at you. Like right now on this side, this left side of the building, I don't like how that looks, and I don't really have a clear idea right now how to make it look better. Well, a couple just popped up in my head that might look really, really cool, so I'll save those for the next session. Will I save those for the next session? I don't know. Maybe I want to try it out now. Why not? Let's play around with this idea of having some kind of shield here retracted up like this. You know how domes, they have some sports domes, sports stadiums, they have ceilings that are retractable. Maybe some kind of retractable shades up here that are halfway open or something like that would be pretty dang cool. And if I put the little bars on these things that are holding them open, might work out nicely. I don't know. Looks a little weird. Something like that, though. So yeah, I'm going to come back. I'm going to think of things like this. Some kind of shade to put on the side. And it'll end up looking cool. I'm going to leave it blank for now. All right, what do we got here? We got 5 minutes. I can go in there and spawn some chairs and stuff. I could make this better because this stage is too high. Let's do that. And of course I will have to go back and do the things like I was saying earlier to the stairs inside of the building to make sure that they're not ant size, but they're human size. I scale everything based off of the doors when I'm building stuff, but that only gets you so close. You got to go in and do the reality check after that.
I could die right now, Glenn. I'm just happy. I've never felt that before.
Okay, now I have 4 minutes here. What I like to do when a build is in an intermediate phase like this, that means that it doesn't have the final level of detail in, so there's lots and lots of parcel credits left. I like to add all kinds of lights and stuff in. Alright, put one more light here, then I'm going to save and upload, and I will continue this build throughout the week and maybe next week. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Once again, I'm SM Sith Lord, and I'll see you on the flip side. Very excited about this build, and it shall continue. See you next time.